What up, everybody? Thank you guys for tuning in today. Today I am going over a subscriber request. Hopefully I could get it done in a short period of time. It's a lot to do, but I'm gonna try to get it. I'm trying to condense the information. So I posted a video on a few days ago about using the MPC software track view as if it was FL Studio's playlist mode, and the video, it got some traction and a few people commented on that video, one of which asked me, D-Boss asked, is it possible to get a video on multi-routing outputs, separating each sound to a track like a Kontakt drum kit to MPC software, for example? And my initial answer was, I don't use Kontakt like that because I haven't been using it for some years. Off of this very premise alone, I gained a distaste for native instruments due to me using the Kai software or the MPC software and favoring the MPC software and not realize that it was really a Kai that was behind the curve, because this is a simple thing to do in any other major DAWs, but for whatever reason in the MPC software is super difficult for no reason. So basically he just wants to know if there was a way to route a one single Kontakt with several different instruments layered, and then to route it to an individual track. So I'm gonna try to display that right now. The link to this video, if you want to use the track view as a way to create your songs instead of going through the song mode or next sequence, the link to that is in the description, or it'll be like, might cover my face, or like one of these areas. So if you're interested in that video, the link will be popping up. All right, so let's get over to the MPC. All right, so we over here in the MPC, and already, to save time, as much time as I can, because this video might just end up being super long for no reason, I uploaded, well, I put in 3 different instruments inside of Kontakt. So we got 3 different instruments in here, but as you can see, when I play on the keys, you're only hearing 1. So what you want to do is, if it might come up different for you, but you can hit this icon right here. Once you tap that icon, you then can see the outputs, right? So naturally, this was the first instrument, so it'll be in stereo channel routed 1 and 2 and MIDI channel A1. The second instrument, hit the I for information, stereo output 1, MIDI channel A2, and this one, stereo 1, MIDI out A3. Now, in order to get this to work inside of the MPC software, on track 1, it says MIDI channel 1, right? If I go to track 2, I'll send track 2 to MIDI channel 2. Now we're able to hear that. If I go to track 3, I'll go to now you can hear it's the drums. It's buffering heavy. I hope this is still recording. And as you can see, it's already buffering super. This latency on this is dumb because I have Studio One open and I also have the MPC software open, so this might not turn out well, but I'm gonna try nonetheless. So we have these three sounds here on so I'm gonna do real quick. I'm just gonna make a quick little pattern.
$2,000 years later.
Alright, so we're gonna work with that. I'm gonna copy, go here, paste. Then I'm gonna go here. So these drums is really first of all, I'm gonna turn it down. Alright, so now we're gonna work with those two tracks because when I put in the drum sounds, it's bugging out. So we got the drums now. We go back to Kontakt. If I press play, you can see it's coming out of stereo 1. So what we want to do is the easiest way to do this is to go to where's that? No. You hit outputs, hit the plus symbol. We have 3 instruments here, so you put 3 in there. Standard host outputs. You hit the first one, ascending output assignments. You make sure that is checked. You want to delete existing channels. Hit OK. So now it's set up all 3 of the instruments and it routes it. Now in theory, that's supposed to work, right? But it still didn't do it. So you go to outputs right here, send that to 3 and 4. And the drums, we're not gonna work with the drums, but you would send the drums to 5 and 6. See, it's not even working inside of Akai. So it's definitely not coming out. So it's not working as it should be. One thing that might be a fault of my own is that I don't have a sound card hooked up right now. I don't have any of my interfaces connected, so that might be playing into the matter. And I also don't have the MPC Live connected right now, but I don't really think that should affect it like that. But so yeah, the workaround with this would be, what I would do, I would just bounce this to audio and then treat the audio tracks as I bounce it to a new track, name it whatever, toy, piano, right? I'd go back to the next one, I'd bounce it. Wait, that one was actually Alicia's keys. This one was a toy piano. I'd bounce it. Alright, so now you got that. You go to track view, look at the MIDI, you see that they're all muted. Go back to each audio track. Now you could treat the bounce sample as you would any other sample. There's really no other way around it. You can go into, where's that? You can go into here and make the adjustments. Now, I did set up the outputs and all that, but it didn't work as it should. And I'm thinking that just might be because I don't have a sound card physical interface connected, so that might be an issue. I'll revisit that issue later on. But outside of that, the MIDI channels do not work. All right. As far as routing the audio tracks, now they work when you select MIDI channel 1, 2, 3. Yes, that works fine, superbly. But as far as routing the outputs, no. So I'm going to quit the MPC. I'm not gonna save that because I don't want it. And you could just, if that confused you any, just go back to the beginning of the video and follow the steps, and you'll be able to navigate through it. So now we in Studio One, and the reason why I quit the MPC is because I want to save on CPU. So we inside of Studio One, same setup, all the same sounds are the same. Stereo 1, you click the I right here in case it's not there for you. Click the I, See, it's already set up to where it should be. It's already set up. Alright, so now what you want to do, I'll get the QWERTY keys here. Tab, oh yeah. You want to make a copy of each one of this track. And I'm hoping I'm doing the right copy. Let me see. Yeah, I think it's this one. But as you can see on each one of these, it's the same sound. But if I change this to channel 2, you can see now I'm playing the Alicia's keys. And if I change this one to channel 3, you can see I'm playing the drums. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up an edit field. I'm gonna go inside here, lock the scale, and choose melodic minor.
Bangers.
12 seconds later, 3:28 a.m. 3 weeks later, many months later.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
Tomorrow.
So it's starting to buffer crazy when I try to put Alright, not my best work, but it's work nonetheless. Now, as you can see, you're clearly hearing all three sounds. It's buffering crazy, pause, but the buffering, we can work. The thing is, they're all coming out of the same stereo output. So here, put 3. Go to the first one. Delete existing, click OK. In theory, it should separate all all of those channels, each track. Still not doing it, right? Set this one to 3-4. Set this one to 5-6. Now, see, they're playing, but they're not coming out. Pause. So what you want to do, you could even do it, you want to go here, expand, 1, 2, 3. Like that, you got your joint. You know what I'm saying? You be cooking, you cook up, you do what you're doing. And the real reason why I opened up both this DAW of Studio One and the MPC software is mainly because I wanted to compare and contrast with the both ways that it works, right? So inside of the MPC, I did all the same sounds, the same exact setup, the same MIDI channel 1, 2, and 3, and then let me just show it so I could say it clearly. MIDI channel A1, stereo 1 on the first whatever instrument you have. On the second instrument, output stereo 2, MIDI channel 2, and then the third instrument, stereo 3, MIDI channel 3, right? All of that was set up through here. It's super simple. It's not that hard, but inside of the MPC software, it seems so hard. Right? And the only reason why it's buffering like how it's sounding, I'm hoping that this is still recording, is because I'm actually doing the screen capture. So that's pulling resources. I don't have my interface to levy the buffering. So that's why the buffering sounds are coming through. But nonetheless, it's still less CPU intensive this way, opposed to having all 3 of these tracks right here would be 3 different instances of Kontakt. You know what I'm saying? And you could do this with Omnisphere. I believe you could do it with Keyscape. Any VST that's multi-timbral, that has several outs, you know what I'm saying, multi-ins, multi-outs, you should be able to do the same exact thing. So salute to D-Boss. I hope this information connects with you. I hope it helps you. If you have any comments or concerns, post it up in the comment section. I'll make sure to get back to you at my most earliest convenience. And hopefully in the MPC 2.7 software, they figured it's been about going on 10 years since the MPC software has been alive, and we're still having MIDI routing problems. We're going into 2020. Like, come on, man, y'all so behind the curve. And I I don't mean for it to be coming off like I'm shooting at a Kai all the time, but these are the issues that we're having as a community, and you guys are not, as the company, you're not providing for the consumers and the users. You're not providing, right? So that's why people is looking for different ways. I had somebody comment on that very same last video that they were happy that I showed them how to do the playlist track view, because they was getting ready to sell the MPC Studio, right? And I told them, you're gonna miss the MPC Studio if you sell it. Still advocating for the company, although I'm not any way, shape, form connected to the company, right? But that's my my rant for the day. Still MPC struggling. There'll be more videos to come. Thank you. If you made it this far in the video and you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. Thumb it up, even thumb it down. It helps it move through the YouTube's algorithm, so anybody that has, you know, interest in these sort of videos, it's easily found. All right, so enjoy the rest of your day. Do remember that music is life. Keep banging. Peace, love, light. Till next time. Peace.